What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hyacsho. I am Hyacsho, and this is my show. And welcome to the first official episode of the MetaWad radio show, the show that is replacing the old Kako cast, which I used to just speak to the ether, and it was just a purely audio experience. I felt that I wanted to try something apparently old school. I haven't been on YouTube for very long, and I didn't have the internet much growing up. I got it when I was 18 and what have you. So I didn't really experience that area of YouTube where people did commentary videos. Commentary videos basically being people talking to the camera, just talking about things that they care about with gameplay footage over. And there's probably going to be gameplay footage being shown to you now. I hope it's the Remnant, because that's what we're talking about today. Yeah, a lot of this is unscripted. A lot of this is meant to just be me speaking to you guys, whoever is listening. I did make the promise that a lot of these audio commentaries would be Patreon exclusives. So I figured, okay, what happens if I do one public, one exclusive? I think that's fair, because then I'm getting the exclusive content like I always wanted to, but I'm also, because I've never really liked putting things behind paywalls. This is something a lot of people know about me. I don't like for the money, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, we've got a sort of business to run, I guess. So, and also I feel obligated to my patrons. So this one will be public. This is the first episode, so that's really great. But future ones will then be Patreon exclusive, and then another one public, and another one exclusive, and another one public. And so we're gonna go. Today, I thought we'll be talking a lot about Remnant 2. I think it's really important for everyone to have their game. So a friend of mine, Pocket Ninja, she is the one that did the art for this YouTube channel, and she's really awesome. She is the wife of also a friend of the channel, Immorpha, who is the mod of the Doom 64 Discord. They're just amazing people. And also Pocket Ninja does a lot of other things, but to be succinct, and it's brilliant. It's actually quite brilliant. Pocket Ninja once said to me, the reason why she likes Destiny 2 is because it allows her to just jump in and enjoy a game and have a fun experience. The gameplay in Destiny 2 has always been top notch. The gunplay is awesome. It's something that people can just drop in, play, and enjoy. The problem is that over the last, I think I started playing Destiny about 5 or 6 years ago, and I've basically fallen out of love with the game, which sucks because it's very difficult to find a replacement for the Destiny gameplay experience. Now, we can, like a lot of us that have played Destiny in the past, pretty sure we all know that Destiny 2 is very difficult to, how do I say this? Destiny 2 is a lifestyle. All right, Destiny 2 is something that is almost like a second job you need to do. And I know this because there was a stage I was just skirting off the free version of Destiny, enjoying the game and that kind of thing. I eventually decided to buy a full premium expansion pack in the form of the Lightfall expansion, which, to be fair, is probably the worst expansion on record, according to the community. I don't think it was great, but I didn't think it was bad. At least we got the Strand, which I thought was cool. But anyway, so I digress. So we did this, and I went and I bought the whole thing, and that was great. But I explained that to Demon. I said to Demon, I was like, look, I'm gonna go for this. It means that I need to go and I need to play this game regularly, right? I need to go in and do the dailies, and I need to do the things and get the achievements and whatever. And this accumulated eventually into me trying to do a raid with a bunch of other guys. Now, I played Destiny for 5 to 6 years solo. I generally don't do the whole co-op teaming up thing. It's just because I never had that in my youth. I just never did, right? I mean, like, I'd get home and I'd play games. That was me. I was never invited to LANs necessarily. I was invited to one LAN, and that was amazing. But, I never did those things, which sucks, but that is what it is, right? So I always play solo or single player games. But now to achieve the Lightfall thing, the Lightfall expansion, I needed to do the raid in Lightfall. So I met a bunch of guys that I've kind of been speaking to for a while. They invited me to do the raid with them. I committed a Saturday to doing this raid, and we played for all of 6-7 hours, and we still didn't finish the raid because we couldn't get the one thing. And then eventually you can see the guys were getting tired of it, and that people were not getting as sharp and whatever. And I just sat there like, this is the worst thing I've ever done. I really couldn't get into it. I was just like, no, this is not what I want to be doing with my life. I don't want to be sitting here for 6 hours playing a game that I feel is partially broken and just for the silly raid. I don't even know what it's for. And then I think over time I realized in these 6 hours, I realized, oh my gosh, we have to do this more than once because there's no guarantee that when you finish the raid, you will get the gear that you're looking for. And I was just like, gosh, no, I'm okay. That's fine. So yeah, that was basically the point where I decided that Destiny 2 shouldn't really be for me anymore, because I couldn't justify coming home every day, grinding Lightfall and all the other expansions, and then going to do this raid, which I never finished. And it was like, cool, I think that's okay. So I stopped playing Destiny 2 about 9 months ago or so, quite a while ago. Now I played the final shape. So I played the final shape on my own very briefly. I didn't buy the whole thing, but I did play, like, I tried to play the narrative. But again, to finish the game, you needed to do the raid, which I didn't do. So yeah, I just decided, okay, Destiny, it was fun, but you know, with the final shape now being done, Destiny 2's kind of done-ish, right? So I was like, cool, that I'm fine. So I've been trying to look for a new game, and I've did some research. I asked ChatGPT, I asked the internet, I asked some Discords, some randoms and things like that, and I finally settled on a few options. And for those of you that have joined my live stream, you'll know which that option is, but let me break it down for you. So I started off with finding Remnant 2, Borderlands 3, Warframe, which is the natural choice, and I think there was one more, but I forget about it. So eventually I settled on these three. I realized that I couldn't be doing Borderlands 3 because Borderlands 4 is coming out this month, so that's fine. Then I thought, okay, Warframe is free. Well, technically free. So I thought, okay, Warframe is always there for me to go and play and partake in, and it looks really cool. Very much Destiny-like, but not exactly. Different way of approaching that kind of game. But I was very curious. I've always been curious about Warframe. But it's always going to be there because it's free. So I thought, okay, if things go bad, I can always go back to Warframe and try that. I ended up buying and playing and downloading Remnant 2. And I have really enjoyed it. I have been having so much time playing Remnant 2, just going on an adventure. The gunplay is okay. I'm still getting used to the style of play, like how to upgrade weapons and mods and mutators and things like that, but it's really, really interesting. I've only just begun, apparently, according to this. There's so much in that game that I didn't realize is in that game. There's about, I think someone in the community in the live stream said there's up to 3 or 4 DLCs. I don't know for sure, but you know, and the game is done. There's no more it was never a live service, but there's no more to the game. It's a third-person RPG game. You know, it's difficult for me to describe. A lot of people have called it Dark Souls with guns. So, you know, the RPG elements, but then the guns aspect of it. The story seems cool. It doesn't seem anything groundbreaking yet, but it does feel cool. Like the aesthetic and the styling is there. It's this interesting combination of like post-apocalyptic gear and weaponry and aesthetic with this eldritch royal royal feeling of the universe. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So far I'm really enjoying it, and I'm gonna keep playing it. I really want to see the end game. I've only got about 9-10 hours in it, and I've been speaking to guys with over 400-500 hours. Some people have thousands of hours, and I can see how, you know, you can really fall into that game and just spend time on it. Like I've been now going on after work for about 30 minutes to an hour, and it is such a great way to break away from work and really just enjoy a game, and there's no pressure to go anything further, which is the crux of what I wanted to talk about today, which is actually having a break. You know, in life, it's tough out there with life. There's a lot of pressure. I think a lot of people that live in Dubai like me, we tend to focus like 90% of our life. We don't even need to focus. It just is this way. 90% of everything we do here in life is all work orientated. There's no third place. You know, there's no additional communities. Any communities that do exist are quite shallow, which is unfortunate because there are some beautiful people. Like I'm involved in some parts of the Magic the Gathering community, some great people there, but it's also got its own cliques. So it's very strange that way. It's always been very difficult here where I am to really find a way to break away from work, to break away, to just have a bit of a breather. And I think that's why games like Remnant or even Destiny 2, to be fair, I've broken up with Destiny 2, but you are more than welcome to play Destiny 2. But the point I'm making is that it's so important for us to have a break from the world and from our work and from what we're doing, and just come back down to who we really are. The people who we are at work a lot of the time is not who we really are. Very rarely is that the case. I think games and gaming, and especially games like Remnant or Destiny, Borderlands or Warframe, allow us quite deliberately to immerse ourselves into a new world that we are not, that we don't live. And that kind of break is so important for our mental health. I feel so important to take a break, to come back down after you finish your game. You start, it's almost like you've restarted your day. You're now, oh, you're yourself again. You've now put the work mode away and you're back into you mode. And it's so important to have that in life. And I find that now with Remnant 2, that I'm beginning to have that, and I found that with Destiny 2 as well. So I'm really going to keep playing Remnant 2. It's going to be great. If you are a Remnant 2 fan and you want to give me some tips, please do so. I know nothing. I know nothing, and but that's part of the fun, isn't it, right? Just starting out, it's so crazy. I'm very excited, and I'm actually looking forward to playing Borderlands 4. I have a few friends who are Borderlands guys. I played Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel. I didn't play Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and I didn't play Borderlands 3 yet. But I'm a big fan of the series, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to be going back to play Borderlands 4 when it releases, because I think that's going to be great, and I have some friends to play with. Even though I've not really ever been like the co-op guy, it's nice to know that I've got 2 people in Cape Town, which are pretty keen, and they've been friends since I started streaming. So yeah, shout out to Slick and Savage Kai. Please find something to do when you're done with work, whether it's a game, like in my case, it's going for a walk, exercising, maybe taking yourself out for dinner, or going to have some other kind of fun responsibly. Please have a break from all of that gestures to the industry. But that's where we're going to leave it today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this inaugural episode of the MetaWad radio show. It's been my absolute most moist pleasure, and I will see you next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Please take care. Rip and tear. Cheers. Bro, I would give this total conversion mod my highest praise. 10 out of 10. If I gave ratings, I would give it a 10 out of 10.